Hello and welcome to today's free trading video and market analysis. I'm your host, Kenny, Senior Research Analyst with the MiniAnalyst.com. The first thing we're looking at here is a chart of the market. Actually, what we're looking at is a whopping 80% return in the last 24 days on the venerable, arguably venerable, not quite as venerable as a MAPDT original version, but the fourth iteration, the high risk, high return, 78% return over the last 24 days. More on that in a second. But right now we're looking at a chart of the market. This is the mini S&P 500 futures contract, front month in nature. Looking at the last print of 1317.50, and of course it's fully bearish, as you can see. We're looking at our proprietary indicators. These are our intraday dynamics, what we use to gauge where the market is likely to head. And as you can see, this of course is Friday, the 4th day of March 2011, and on Thursday, the 3rd day, you can see right there, all green, all bull, all the time. Very impressive was the case for the bulls yesterday. As you can see, the early session closed around or open around 1320 or so. The bulls had extreme control of the market and went on to a high of right around 32 or so. So a nice 12 points were rewarded for just looking at our intraday dynamics. And we're going to kind of give you some free signals. No longer we really have to wait for the videos, although we certainly want you to view the videos, and we do the videos so that you can have a further in-depth analysis of the market, both on an intraday and intraday, a daily perspective on what the market is likely to do, so that you can position yourself with the other 80% of your portfolio accordingly, or whatever you're trading for yourself, and then of course trade 10 to 20% of your total portfolio with us and our full auto trading options for our portfolios that we trade, of course our systems. But as you can see, well, to further that point, we're now on Twitter. So yes, we finally launched a Twitter version, and you can actually follow us on Twitter, find out when we have updates or posts, see how we're going, to track our performances, and also get free trades for informational purposes. For instance, this morning, we'll do more on that in a second, but this morning we sent out, of course, the bears were going to be in control of the market. As you can see, it was all bear all the time, quadruple, septuple, whatever the nomenclature is, it would be bearish, and all out bearish, and that of course was around 2750 or so. The market's now about 10 points lower. Maybe 11 points lower, so a nice $550 for just taking that trade that we announced on Twitter. So I definitely want you to follow us on Twitter and to get those free trades and analysis and updates. And all you have to do, again, kind of going a little bit too in-depth to it, but just go to Twitter and search Mini Analyst. Nevertheless, we are still bearish on the market. As you can see, it's full all-out bearish. And there you have it. Looking at a continuation move, we're just now below the actual intraday or early session lows. So pretty bearish phenomenon is the case for the market today. There's a quick look at the intraday. Here's the daily chart. As you can see, we're actually holding certainly directional movement as short-term bearish, intermediate-term neutral, just like last week, and although arguably a bit short-term neutral. Momentum is certainly short-term bearish. There we go. And but as you can see, from a trend following perspective, we're still 80% bullish on the market. There you have it right there. 50, 80% bullish, 20% bearish, and that 20% bearish could actually be argued gray status. But we're going to keep it bearish because we've got 2 consecutive lower closes below this key red line here. We've not had 2 consecutive higher closes above the key red line. Now today becomes kind of a pivotal day. There you have one close above the pivotal red line, ET cell reversal signal, mid-level in nature. We mentioned last week this very impressive high-level ET cell signal that knifed right through this key measure of short-term trend following support resistance, and so far it's been the stronger intermediate term supporting the market along with the roundness of the 1300 level, but we definitely expect to get below the 1300 level. As we mentioned last week, we believe we're closer to a top than a bottom, and definitely expect lower prices certainly as we move through the summer and into the fall. From here, there you see just ticking lower, and we've almost erased all of yesterday's gains. So definitely moving into a trader's environment. We've all enjoyed many gains long term, but we definitely need to hedge those profits in our other 80% of our investments, and certainly get involved in one of our portfolios there. For instance, here's one of our swing systems. It's long, beautiful trades. MRSEM, we've talked about it many times, and there you can see it's right at a new high. $80,000 almost has been the gain for this system. And actually, go into detail, a little bit more gain. There you go, inching up right at the 80,000. This is non-realized gains. This is the actual closed profits, and of course green means a new high, equity high. The MRSTF and hasn't been quite as impressive. MRSYM has been pretty impressive, $50,000, but the MRSEM certainly has been the outperformer. There you have an $80,000 gain, and of course you can auto trade this system. It's part of our portfolios, and full automation. You don't have to wait for anything. But we're going to go ahead and look at. We wanted to take a look at the EMD 60. This system has been around for probably 6 years, and just look at the recent performance of this system. It has just been rocketing. You can look over the last year or so. $12,000, $3,300 drawdown, just rocketing just over the recent, just since January. It's made about $6,000, so that's about $100,000 per contract. Look at the gains it's just been nailing. It of course is a swing system. That's why it's a 100% gain, 5,000, 6,000 on a margin of $5,000 to $6,000 as well. Of course, if you had a day trade, the gains would increase by tenfold on a percentage basis. But we're going to go ahead and look at. There's the grind putting up beautiful gains. It actually went short this morning right around 26.75, and of course, yeah, we're at 14. So there's a nice 12 points in gains, $600 per contract, and putting up a few nice winners over there. Another beautiful swing system. Not really gaining much money today, but there you can see the amazing long that this system has been able to hold and withstand. Can't even really get in on the long. Where are you? All right, we'll just call you right there at a price of around 11,600 or so. So a nice 500-point gain. Probably likely to get short here. Here relatively soon, and of course another beautiful swing system, putting up another gain, another astounding gain, buying at 05.75, closing at 29.75, so a nice 25-point profit, a very nice gain for the swing system 15.0. We can pull up that strategy. $50,000, a little bit of a hiccup there. $50,000 as it continues to reach to new highs. And of course, all these systems are available with full automation, near instant execution. And of course, these systems, as you know, factor in slippage and commissions of about $20 a round turn. So from these $80,000 performance returns that you see, already deducted have been the slippage and commission, slippage being the bid-ask spread that you pay the exchange to keep them in business and marketing for your dollars, and of course the commission for the brokers to execute the trades. So there's $20 in slippage and commissions have been deducted. So we're going to go ahead and look over at our portfolios, and there you see how we've been participating nicely. Yesterday, Thursday, Matt Black, $100,000 portfolio, gained 7,600. Certainly the big winner of the day. Delta Black, again, another $100,000 portfolio, just buying at $6,500 on an absolute basis. $2,000 for the MapDT version 4.0 HR. That's an 8% gain. Of course, it wasn't the leader on a percentage basis, but over the last 24 days, there you can see it, a whopping 80% return. Actually, we already mentioned this at the beginning of the video. $19,430 have been the profits that the trades that we've sent out through Strategy Runner. These are Strategy Runner's figures. Have been $19,430. This portfolio you can get into right now, the MapDT version 4.0 HR. If you just, it's actually closed on the website. We have our Ultimate line and our MSA line, but if you're watching this video and you're interested in that portfolio, on a case-by-case basis, we may be able to submit you in there. Just write to admin at MiniAnalyst.com or go to the website and chat with the support team. You can ask them. They'll probably refer you to admin, but 80% return for the MapDT version 4.0 HR, mouth-watering as it is. Over the last week or so, here's how we've done. There's the 80% return aforementioned. MapDT, venerable MapDT. This portfolio has been around for probably about 7 or 8 years. And certainly it's had a few additions and a few deletions, but all in all, it's the systems are still the same that have been ongoing. There you see Thursday, Wednesday had a bit of a draw. The only portfolio that gained was the QTrader, up $270, 2.7%. Tuesday was a banner day, another banner day. We actually, I thought we had that. I believe this is Tuesday. Yeah, 3-1. So here you have the MapDT version 4.0 HR gaining $3,860 yesterday or on Tuesday. And the aforementioned MapDT gaining $4,000, and there are the trades going out, and that was as of so about 70% as of Tuesday. Now we're up to about 80% as of Thursday. That was 22 days. Of course, we mentioned 24 days. So that was Tuesday's banner day. MapDT gained a whopping 20% on that day. So a very impressive gain. Of course, I guess that was mentioned right there, 20% Tuesday, and then followed by the MapDT version 4.0 HR. You might not be able to get in the MapDT, but you can likely get in the MapDT version 4.0 HR if you're interested. Those are $20,000 and $25,000 accounts respectively. And on Monday it was kind of a quiet day. Again, QTrader besting everyone with a 5.5% return for the day. But we did mention that we're on Twitter, so all you have to do is go to Google and Google Twitter, and you can hit the search button, and you can search Twitter for MiniAnalyst. And there you go. So there you go. About 3 hours ago, this course was on the open. Once we saw bears will have a slight edge today. That was more than slight. Last print 27.50, and as you saw, we're currently at about 14 or so. So 13 points in profit for getting a free tweet or so. And there's how our portfolios have been performing. So you can get the update portfolios performances, kind of keep track of those on a daily basis rather than waiting for the weekly video. So you can actually, if you have any questions, you can subscribe to any of our portfolios on the website now for save 20%. All you have to do is enter promo code video and in the coupon code box, and you can participate with full automation with our portfolio. So if you have any questions, go to the website, chat with the support team live, and or shoot us an email to admin at MiniAnalyst.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have and get you started in hedging all those wonderful profits that you've made in your portfolios. We'll hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.